Hello and welcome to the course. So one of my students requested that I should add a course. I should add a section to this course, which is on how to convert a website to an app. So there are two ways of converting a website to an app. You can either convert it in a few lines of code. You just take the URL, insert it into your Android Studio, and write few lines of code to convert the app to a website, to convert the website to an app. Or you either query the REST API of the website using JSON and all this retrofit or volley library to do some requests. So I feel that the one of querying the REST API from the backend will be more advanced. If I decide to do that in this course, it will be so huge. I will tell you that the whole of this course, if I create such video, the whole of this course, if you check through the course and calculate how many hours this course is, only converting a website to an app can cover the whole hours. That can take up to 5 hours doing that. So let's just create the simple one, so that we are going to use ChatGPT. I'm going to use ChatGPT to show you how to do it, so that you don't even need to understand coding, you don't need to understand programming to do it. But as you enroll, as you are going through this course, doing this kind of thing will be very super easy for you. So let's do it. So what you are going to do, you go to your Android Studio, create a new project. So you click on empty project. Let's call it a web to app. So I'm using Java. I'll click on finish. Remember to change the package name. It's very, very important. The package name, as I've taught you before. So let's wait for our app to finish syncing. So I will click on this build to check the progress of it. So I'll pause the video so that I will not take your time. So let's continue. So let's go to our ChatGPT. So if you check here, I've already asked the ChatGPT, but I want to show you how I did it. So I'll just copy this. I just ask create a web to app Android app in Java and Android Studio. You can see the way I wrote my question, the way my question is. So click enter. It will give you the step on how to start by creating the Android Studio project itself. So I will explain. Now sometimes if you see this, it might give you something that I'm not okay with this answer. So what I will click on regenerate. So you that is learning, sometimes you can try the code and see if it will work. If it doesn't work, you click on regenerate to create another one, for it to create another one for you. So what is still giving me this. So now if you keep clicking on, let me tell you one thing, this code will actually work. Even the first one will work. Let me show you why. There's something that I want it to show me, that I want it to complete for me. Because if you check this line of code, let me just explain everything. It says creating a web to app Android app in Java and Android Studio involve embedding a WebView component to display a web page within the app. Here's a step-by-step guide to help you get started. Step 1, set up your development environment. Ensure you have Android Studio installed and configured on your computer. On your computer, you can download it from official Android Studio website. Now, in the course, you have already seen how to install Android Studio and Java on your PC. ensure you have 2. Open Android Studio, click start a new project, follow the wizard to set up your project. You can choose an appropriate name, package name, and other settings as I've showed you in the course. Design your app layout. Now let's do this third step. In the simple example, we create a basic layout with a simple web view to display a web page. Open the main activity layout and add the following code. So what you do, you just click on copy this code, come to the main activity, split it, and just highlight everything and paste it. You can see that I'm not writing any single line, I'm just copying and pasting. So the next thing you do here is that you don't just copy this. Let's do it this way. You don't just copy everything. What you do is that if you want to, what you copy is this. You copy this line of code, copy this one, come to the main activity. I see it say in your main activity.java file, add the following code to initialize the web view and load the web page. So I will copy this, come to this point and paste it. Now I can decide to copy all this line of code. So this is what you do. Just copy everything here because I want to make it very easy for you so that you don't need to stress yourself. Paste this one here. Now this line of code is the same thing with this one, so you don't need this line of code. So you can see that there is no error here again. So the next thing you will do, you copy all this line of code like this, come to this point and paste it. So what you do is that you will now take the website which you want to convert. Like this is my website. You take this, you copy this website, come to your app. Instead of this link, you remove this link and paste your website. Then before you run your app, what you do is that add internet permission. You copy this code, because if you don't add this line of code, your app will not be able to connect to the internet, because it needs internet to load for this app to work. So do we have other thing? No other thing. Now let's run the app and see if it will work. You can see that I didn't write any single line of code. I just copy and paste, and the work is done. So let's run the app and see if it's working. So when you run your app and you experience this issue, as I've showed you before, what you do is you come to this point, come to the second build or Gradle, the app level. You come and change this 32 to 34, 32 to 34, and you click on sync now. Let's see if our emulator is coming up. So let's rerun our app again. So let me pause the video so that I will not waste your. So guys, I've launched the app on my emulator. You can see the website as it is. Now, do you know there's something I need to tell you guys? When you are converting a website to an app, there's a way the website is expected to be. It should be mobile responsive. For example, if I want to convert, you can see that this website now, anybody that visit this, that open this app, like a website in an app, this is like a website in an app. So if you want to convert a website to an app, the website should be mobile responsive. What do I mean by mobile responsive? Let me use Google, Google URL, google.com, and show you as example so that you know what I mean. If I put here www.google.com, you will see the way it's going to be. You will see the way it's going to be because Google website is mobile responsive. So your website, when you are building a website that you want it to be as an app, you create the website as if the website, the person that is building the website should build the website as if the website is to be an app. Web developers know what they mean by a website being mobile responsive. You can see the way this one is. It's just like an app you are seeing here, except this web to app, this thing, this bar that you are seeing. So now we can remove this thing. Now we can remove it if we don't want it to have a name. But if you want it to have a name, you can still change the name to the name you like. For example, if I want to change it, I'll come to this point. I can change the color to be black. If I want the color to be black, now what I will do is that I want the color to match the color of my app. See that the app has blue color, so we can leave it at blue. But we want to change the name. Let's just say we want to call it a Google. So you change it to Google here. So let's see how it's going to be. So you can see that the name, it has changed to Google. Now there's something you need to know. Let me search something. Let me just search the suggestion that he gave me. So because it is Google website, so that's why he's requesting to know if we are not robots. So it's normal. You guys all know that something like this is normal for Google to ask. So it's loading the catch. Now that is that. Let me just leave it. I'm just using Google as an example, and you can see that I create on back. I click on back instead of the website. Instead of that search to go back to the home page, the app just exits. So which is what you will not like, because if you add any website, the website that you add, if you click on back button, it will just exit. So how do we fix that? I will fix that. We are going to add ChatGPT. Add how am I going to ask this question? So to prevent that, we just need to add this line of code. So you just come here, copy this line of code, and add it. So let's rerun our app and see. So if I decide to search something, remember that if it is your website, you will not see all this thing because it is your website. You know how you build it, but normally Google website to be asking for all this thing. So you just go back. So going back to the home page, you can see that it has went back to the home page without exiting the app. You can see how it is to convert a website to an app. Now if you don't want this name, let me go back. If you don't want this name and this bar to show, you can remove it by doing this. Come to no action bar, no action bar, and remember this and implement Google Ad Mob. Remember how I taught you how to implement Google Ad Mob? You just copy the banner ad and paste here, and add the I taught you. Banner will start showing. So that is how you implement your Google Ad Mob. So you can see that I've removed the status bar, the app bar. I've removed it. So that will do. So when you want to publish it on Play Store, you can just change your package name, do every necessary thing that you need to do as I've taught you in the course. Then you publish your app to Play Store. There's something I want to tell you. If your app requires login and registration, you must provide a deletion link when uploading your app to Play Store, despite that your app is web to app. So that is that. Hope you enjoyed the course. See you in another section of the course. So guys, sorry for cutting you guys off. There's something I forgot to add. When converting a website to an app, there's something you can still add. To make your app very unique, you add your splash screen. So to add your splash screen, let us ask ChatGPT, because I want this part of the section. I don't want us to write any single line of code. So I will ask the ChatGPT to add splash screen. So the splash screen is the screen that opens first before the app open. So it will just display your app logo. That's all. So to create a splash screen, this is the method. It said that in Android Studio, right click on your app module in the project explorer, go to new activity, empty activity, set up the name splash screen, splash activity, then design the layout. So let us do it. We just need to right click on it, go to new activity, empty activity, which we have already done in other courses, then click on finish. Then it will tell you that after you add, let's take it one after the other. So the next thing is to copy this line of code, this code, the layout code, come to the main activity, the splash screen activity, split it, remove everything and paste it. Now this background color, so these are the things I would like to change. This background, I don't need this background. You can set your background color if you want, but this image this image here. Let me bring in image. So I brought in my image. This is my logo here. So I'll just remove this line of code. So now the next step is that you add this line of code. You copy this one here. This is the time, the duration which the screen will last, which is 2 seconds. Then the next thing, you copy this code. It says use an handler. You hover on it and click import. Go with this one, the first one. It says use an handler to delay the transition to the main activity. Then hover on this and import it. So here this line of this code here enable you to move from splash screen to main activity. So the next step here again is that it said that we should take our intent filter to the splash screen activity. We should remove it from main activity. So you go to your manifest folder, your manifest file. The intent filter is in the main activity. You remove it and you add it on the splash screen activity. You add it here. Then you hover on this and click export through. So at this point we are done. Let's run our app and see. So our app is working fine. So the next thing I will show you here is that to change the logo, the icon, so that your app icon should display, you change this to the app icon. Also change this. There's another method of doing this, but this is the easiest way to do it. So this icon will now be displayed on your phone when the app has been stored on your phone. So this is how to convert a website to an app. I hope you enjoyed the course. Please rate it 5 star. See you in another section.